Hermes and Thoth held similarities, being worshipped as gods. Known as the gods of wisdom, astrology and alchemy, the teachings was based on humans making it to the afterlife. The Hermetic teachings are similar to many religions throughout the world, such as Gnostics and early Christians. These groups taught spiritual practices along with universal secrets, which states that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. The Kybalion came about in 1908 under a fake name called the Three Initiates. Apparently it was the direct teachings of Hermes himself. Within the Kybalion there are 7 principles which govern the universe. It backdates to the early periods of Babylonians. Maybe it's labelled as forbidden knowledge, as humans were all as one, only to be separated by a higher force. Mentalism embodies the idea that all is mind. Everything that happens has to be a result of a mental state which precedes it. For anything to exist, thoughts had to form first, which then forms physical reality or manifestation. Your thoughts are seeds. Plant positive seeds in your mind garden, basically meaning whatever we feed our mind will govern into our lives. Correspondence expresses the idea that there is always a correspondence between the laws of phenomena of the various planes of being and life. As above, so below. As below, so above. These principles state that there is harmony which can be made, agreement and correspondence between these planes. The great physical plane, a great mental plane, the great spiritual plane. Whatever we feed our minds and body will affect our spirit, which can benefit or harm us. It's best to get the mind working with the spirit. The principle of vibration. This expounds the idea that motion is manifest in everything in the universe, that nothing rests and everything moves, vibrates and circles. This principle explains that the distinction between manifestations of matter, energy, mind, and even spirit are the result of only different vibrations. The higher a person is on the scale, the higher the rate of vibration will be. Here the all is said to be at an infinity level of vibration, almost to the point of being at rest. There are said to be millions upon millions of varying degrees between the highest level, the all, and the objects of the lowest vibration. Mental transmutation is described as the practical application of this principle. To change one's mental state is to change vibration. One may do this by an effect of will, by means of deliberately fixing the attention upon the more desirable state. To rise in a high vibrational state, you can do it through positive thinking or actions. If we keep applying this state of being, eventually it will come as the new normal. Polarity embodies the idea that everything is dual, everything has 2 poles, and everything has its opposites. All manifested things have 2 sides. 2 aspects or 2 poles. Everything is and isn't at the same time. All truths are but half-truths, and every truth is half false. There are 2 sides to everything. Opposites are identical in nature, yet different in degree. Extremes meet, and all paradoxes may be reconciled. We can ascend energy to be in a higher vibration, or we can descend our energy to be in a lower state of vibration. We can transform hate into good, or good into hate. Ego, which transforms negativity, can be transformed into positivity by the soul. Being alone or single can be transformed into a couple or bond, or an act of togetherness. Everything there is manifested, a measured motion, a to and from, a flow and inflow. a swing backward and forward, a pendulum-like movement. There is rhythm between every pair of opposites or poles and is closely related to the principle of polarity. It can be seen that this principle enables transition from one pole to the other and not necessarily poles of extreme opposites. Consider breathing, the inflow and outflow. Just like dancing, rhythm is needed to align with such movements. Conscious mindsets can govern a mind to become a master. When unconscious minds, we can become victims. We can never perceive why such things happen the way they do in life. Becoming conscious, we can change our reality. As the unconscious minds are effects of a social program. Born in a society, we are always taught that what we like and what to dislike, where people label themselves as the actual experiences instead of actually their inner beings. A conscious master will govern from the actual inner being, such as love, realizing we are all oneness with the universe. We are masters of our own perception. We are the power. We all have free choice, which has been stripped away from us since the day we've been born. Learn to take back your power and live by your true inner self. Principle of gender embodies the idea that gender is manifested in everything. Gender manifests itself on all planes as the feminine and masculine principles. Mental gender is described as a Hermetic concept which relates to the feminine and masculine principles. It does not refer to someone's physical sex, nor does it suggest that someone of a certain sex necessarily has a matching mental gender. The concept put forth in the Kybalion states that gender exists on not all planes of existence and represents different aspects on different planes, such as physical, mental, and spiritual. Everything and everyone contains these two elements or principles. It is said that there must be a balance in these two forces. Without the feminine, the masculine is the act to act without restraint, order or reason, resulting in chaos. Feminine alone, on the other hand, is apt to constantly reflect and fail to actually do anything, resulting in stagnation. With both the masculine and feminine working in conjunction, there is throughout action that breeds success, which points out that both the feminine and masculine fulfill each other. Life in general, there is two ways to everything. Without darkness there can't be light. For every right there is a wrong. For every mistake there is a correction. The spiritual journey is about balancing yourself, for we are good and evil. We are right and wrong. The problem is we are taught to use the left hemisphere of our brain only, which deals with intellect thinking. That's why there is so much chaos and separation within the world today. Once one balances the left and right hemisphere, we then can attain a full spiritual awakening.